something. If we're gonna go out, let's go out as a cast, all right?
Okay.
Sure. Jim?
Well, look, I can see your point. It's just that, you know, my roles have been really getting better recently, and I wouldn't want to jeopardize my getting a bad...
Look, do we have a union or don't we?
No, we don't.
No, that's why we may strike.
Oh.
What's up, guys?
Hi, guys.
Hey.
Hi. I think we should go get made up.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Let's go.
Very good idea.
Okay.
Hey, see you guys later.
Okay, Jim. Bye-bye.
I think they're going to walk.
Yeah, I think they are. We better see what we got here.
Okay, wait.
Look around.
Look around, Archaeology,
Trusting Husband.
Oh my God, a Reagan Press Conference. Maybe we should put that first.
No, if we put that first and they walk out, then you're going to be the whole Washington press corps asking me questions. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, right. Well, what should we put first?
The credits.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Good evening. Tonight, Look Around examines the phenomenon of cross-dressing, transvestism, the practice of wearing or compulsion to wear clothes appropriate to the other sex. In a moment, we will be joined by two men who practice this semi-sickening art. But first, to give you some idea of the amazing transformation these appalling degenerates undergo, our cameras film them getting ready for their appearance on this program in our studio dressing room. Please watch.
I've never considered cross-dressing to be unnatural or immoral or any of those other ridiculous notions so-called normal society puts on things it doesn't understand. To me, it's as natural as breathing.
The first thing I do is makeup. Well, that sets the tone for everything else, you know. Do I feel glamorous? Do I feel trashy? Do I want that ivory girl look? Today, I'm feeling a little glamorous.
With me, it's the right wig and the right shoes. You know, it's like that song, Head to Toe. Right now, I'm looking for hair which will highlight the sultry quality which my eyes have. Uh-oh, I think I found it.
Oh, I was going to wear that.
Be a blonde. You look good as a blonde. Well, now it's just a matter of the right top and a few finishing touches, so come on, get out of here.
Right. Come on. Go ahead. Go on. Get out. You'll
see us in a minute. You'll see us in a minute.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, joining me now are Richard Jordan, a self-employed auto mechanic,
Hello.
and Jack Peters, a part-time postal clerk.
Hello.
Gentlemen, may I call you gentlemen?
Sure.
Certainly.
You came to the studio about an hour before showtime. Is that the normal amount of time it takes to look like this?
It's about average, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, for a basic no-frills look like this.
I see. You know, I understand you're very good friends, but isn't there a little competition there to see who can look better?
Oh, no, I think we both look good. Of course, I've been at this a lot longer than Jack, so I think I've mastered a few more of the nuances.
That's true. It's a learning process. But fortunately, I do have Richard as a teacher. As with any art form, it's a gradual development towards perfection.
Well, thank you very much for being on the program.
My pleasure.
Anytime.
And now over to a studio that looks very much like this one.
Good evening. Welcome to Archaeology. Today we are indeed fortunate to have with us Dr. Heinz Klausmeier, leader of the so-called Deer Man team, which succeeded in locating remnants of pre-Paleolithic man earlier this year in southern Uganda. Dr. Klausmeier, welcome.
Thank you.
Doctor, what qualities are necessary in a person to become a top-flight archaeologist like yourself?
Well, a keen eye, of course, and patience. Patience is the overriding factor. Have you seen my matches?
Right on the table there.
Oh, thank you so much.
Doctor, I understand you brought along some photographs of your recent dig, which you're nice enough to share with our viewers.
That's right. These photos were taken in the very earliest stages of our work when you really had to know what you were looking for.
What are you looking for?
The photos. I can't find the photos. Somebody must have stolen them. Well, that's it then. Sorry, I can't show them to you.
Is that what you're looking for?
Oh, yes it is. Thank you so much. Now then, as I said about patience, I would like to you viewers to see the topography of the place we were dealing with, because the elements of the... Well, that's it. Where the hell is it? There's no photo one. I'm sorry, my hands are tied. It should say photo one. There's no photo one. What can you do? Let's talk about something else.
Is that photo one?
No, there.
There.
Oh, yes it is. Thank you so much.
Now then,
let's
Doctor,
go.
if we could just...
Let's go. It's a walkout. We're out.
What?
I said, oh, yes it is. Thank you so much. If you would...
Come on, let's go.
Jer, I'm real sorry. I gotta go.
Yeah, right.
I just heard they walked. No kidding. Look, they're going to be doing a press conference, okay? So we got to get some kind of formal statement together.
All right.
Okay.
I am today announcing a walkout of the cast of the Sturdy Beggars Comedy Show. We have, since the beginning of the season, tried to bargain with management in good faith. Our list of demands includes only the right to ad-lib, an occasional funny character, and a salary of some kind. Our demands have been met with a complete lack of interest on the part of the show's producers. For this reason, a strike, regrettably, is the only course of action left open to us. Thank you.
Yeah.
The cast is charged that you aren't willing to negotiate with them. Is that true?
No, it's not. We're willing to discuss any issues except ad-libs, characters, and salary. Everything else is on the table.
How will this affect the remainder of the show? Will it just be the two of you acting?
Well, that is one option we're considering. We're also looking at the possibility of bringing in additional actors.
You mean scabs?
Well, we prefer to call them replacement actors.
I just have a little statement here. We would like to assure our fans that after a brief interlude, we will continue the show from the point where it was unlawfully interrupted, with no loss in the humorous quality everyone has come to expect from our program. Thank you all. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
I said, oh, yes, it is. Thank you so much.
Huh? Yeah.
Is there something you would like to ask me about this picture?
Yes. Thank you very much for joining me, Professor, whatever, and we'll see you again next week. Hey. Should I get dressed for this next thing now or what?
I must say that I don't think the viewers of this program will put up with the shameful spectacle we've just witnessed much longer. There was a complete lack of professionalism exhibited in what management is now passing off as comedy. Missed lines, no sense of timing, an obvious lack of understanding in how that last sketch should have been played. It's simply disgraceful.
How solid are the actors?
We're very solid. We're prepared to stay out as long as it takes to reach an agreement.
We're getting reports that some actors may be ready to cross the picket line. Is that true?
Well, some might be. I just hope they realize that someday this strike will be over, and if I were them, I wouldn't want to have to wait on a queue line from a pro-union actor.
Is that a threat?
Just a statement of fact.
Yeah, anybody.
Are you satisfied with the quality of the replacement actors?
Oh, yes, we're very satisfied. In fact, I would say that if and when this strike ever is finished, I wouldn't be surprised to see a few of them stick around as regulars.
Then are you encouraging cast members to bust the strike?
No, of course not. We're just leaving the door open to them, if they want to come back, that's all. And I think those cast members that enjoy being seen by thousands of people each week will come back.
Okay? Thank you. Thank you. That's all we have to say. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, go ahead.
Huh?
Start it, you're on.
Oh. I am a big New York casting agent. I have been auditioning all day for a big musical, and no one has been any good here at the auditions that I have been having here in New York.
Press the intercom.
Huh?
Press the intercom. Tell your secretary to send in the next actor.
Miss, whatever, please, send...
Hello. I am your next actor to audition, here in New York for your big musical.
Page 2 at the bottom.
Ha ha! You can't be serious. You are a nun. Don't waste my time. Ha ha! You can't sing.
Sing. Sing.
What?
Sing.
If I were...
No, not you, the nun. Sing.
I can't sing.
Get up. You gotta get up and sing now.
I'm telling you, I can't sing.
Who the hell hired him? I did. I thought he could sing. Well, make sure the next time, for God's sake. The whole point of this is that he looks stupid and then he can sing. Well, obviously you don't. He's got to be able to sing now. Why would you hire him if he can't sing? Somebody's got to be able to sing. Sing something. Just sing something.
Midnight, not a sound from the pavement. Has the moon lost her memory? She is smiling away in the lamplight.
I am announcing at this time an end to the cast strike of the Sturdy Beggars Comedy Show. I advise all workers to return to the show immediately. Thank you.
Did defections have anything to do with it?
Of course. We lost 25% of our strikers at one time.
Do you think management treated you fairly throughout this strike?
No comment.
Well, what happens now?
We will leave all outstanding issues for the courts to decide. In retrospect, perhaps we shouldn't have struck so early in the program, but rather waited until the Reagan Press Conference sketch when we could have done the most damage. In any event, we're back.
I'm sure I speak for both my brother as well as myself when I welcome you returning in abject humiliation. And we look forward to continuing our show with our iron domination still intact. So to you we say, welcome home.
Ding dong! Honey! Honey!
What?
They're here! Will you be down soon?
Yeah, I'll be down in a minute.
Okay, hon. Guys, hey, how you doing?
How's it going, buddy?
Hey, come on in.
Hey, nice place.
Thanks. Have a seat. So, what are you drinking?
Rum and Coke. Same for me.
Okay, coming right up.
So, how's married life treating you?
Never better.
Boy, I can't believe we're actually going to get to meet the missus tonight.
Yeah, I'm sorry we haven't gotten together sooner, guys, but Connie wanted everything to be just perfect before she met my two best friends. In fact, she's redecorated this place 6 times since we moved in last month.
That must have cost some bucks.
Nothing's too good for my Connie. And here she is now.
Hi there.
Hi, dear. Connie, this is Jim and Pete. You've certainly heard me talk a lot about these guys, haven't you?
Hello.
Hiya. Right.
Honey, would you like a drink? We're all having one.
Sure. I'm pretty hot. Parched.
Okay, coming right up.
Oh no! Is that a stain on my brand new carpet?
guess not.
Here you go, hon, just the way you like it.
Thanks.
Yeah, isn't this nice?
What are you drinking?
A high ball.
Oh.
Yes, that's my Connie's favorite drink.
Well, that and a snow screw. Sometimes I can't decide which I like more.
Oh, heck. Why are we being so formal? You guys are my best friends. So what have you been up to?
Well, last week
I bet it was something athletic.
Hmm.
You both look so active. Maybe we should get together sometime and do something athletic.
Oh, no.
You know, that is a wonderful idea. We should do that. Are you free next weekend?
No, I don't think so. No.
Oh, pity.
Oh, ding dong.
I'll get it.
Oh, thanks, hon. Boy, isn't she something?
Is that painting new?
And that must be her new friend, Tony.
Oh, really? Is she good looking?
Well, not exactly.
Everybody, this is my friend Tony. Tony, this is everybody.
Hi.
I'm going to show Tony the wallpaper up in the bedroom before we go out.
Oh, okay. I hope you like it, Tony. It took me hours to pick it out.
Hey, I brought some beer.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Wow. Now, where were we? Who needs another drink?
Fred, could we talk to you as a friend?
Well, sure. What's the matter, guys? One of you have a personal problem?
Well, to be honest, we think maybe you might.
Me? Well, what could be wrong with me?
Well, it's your wife. Don't you think she seems a little,
Outgoing.
Yeah, outgoing.
Well, sure, but that's one of the things I love about her.
And you don't mind if she goes out with that guy?
Oh, of course not. Let me explain it to you guys. See, our relationship is built on trust. Trust is the cornerstone of any long-lasting relationship, and I know it sounds corny, but I trust Connie. Besides, she's stuck here in the house all day with the kids. Well, I mean, she would if we had kids, but she is stuck here in the house all day. Well, except when she goes out at nights or away for weekends. No, I'm the guy who has it good. While she's stuck here in the house, I get to go out every day. I get to go to work. I get to go to work for 8 to 12 hours. I go to work at the plant to earn money. I get to go to the bank. I get to take out loans to pay the bills. I get to go shopping to buy Connie things. So why should I begrudge her a few harmless friends to break up the monotony in her life?
Okay. Say, Fred, I think we better get going.
Oh, no, you guys just got here.
No, we should be going.
No.
We're going out now.
Yeah.
It was very nice meeting you both. Call me sometime during the day. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Have fun, kids. Bye-bye. Well, now, come on. Who needs a drink?
Look, Fred, don't you think your wife is a little, don't you see anything wrong with her?
Well, no. I mean, she's a little quiet at times.
Fred, she's cheating on you.
What?
Just look around.
Well, I never expected my two best friends to be so jealous of me that they would stoop to besmirch my wife's character. I would appreciate it if you both left.
Fred, we're telling you the truth.
Goodbye.
But Fred...
I said goodbye. I thought they'd never leave.
Look, we're getting nowhere with this. Let's forget about the minor issues and just deal with the main questions we know they're going to ask him.
Okay, all right. What choice do we have?
Really? All right, Mr. President, we're going to try this again, okay? You ready? Mr. President, will you consider a tax increase?
No.
Come on, Mr. President, will you concentrate? Will you consider a tax increase?
No.
That's not the answer you're supposed to give. Now look, we've been going over this for 2 days. You know the answer you're supposed to give. Now what is it?
Maybe.
Oh, God. Very good. Okay, now, Mr. President, who's responsible for the tax deficit? Look at me, Mr. President. Who's responsible for the deficit?
Blame Congress.
Good. Who's responsible for lack of progress on ICBM reductions?
ICBM.
That's right. The long-range missiles?
Blame Gorbachev.
Very good. All right, now, who's responsible for Bork's defeat?
Blame Gorbachev.
No. This is that answer with the 2 words. Remember? Can you remember that one?
Blame Radical.
Radical? That's right. Radical what?
Radical minority.
Yes, very good, Mr. President. Okay, let's try this once more. Will you consider a tax increase?
No.
Damn it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
Well, hello again. I have a brief statement here to make before we get started. Every day, in every way, things are getting better and better. Now, I'll take whatever questions you may have. Bill.
Mr. President. Mr. President, in light of the recent debacle on Wall Street and the need to boost the confidence in the economy, would you consider a tax increase?
No. Well, maybe. And when I say maybe, that is to say that I am not ruling anything out. Not that I am ruling it in. I think that no president should have to rule something either out or in until such time as he has to decide whether something is actually in or out.
Mr. President, just to follow up, sir.
Yes.
Many economists cite your inability to deal with Congress as the reason for the huge budget deficit, which is having such an adverse effect on consumer confidence, by the by. Would you care to comment?
Bill, the president is not responsible for the budget. According to our Constitution, budget responsibility falls on the 3 houses of Congress. Now, these 3 houses are composed of, I beg your pardon, there are 2 houses of Congress, but these 2 houses of Congress are composed of 100 senators and 300-some congressmen, which means that if I would want to discuss a particular budget appropriation, I would have to make in excess of 600 phone calls, and quite frankly, I don't have the time.
Mr. President,
Sam.
Mr. President, General Secretary Gorbachev continues to assert that SDI remains the only stumbling block to deep reductions in intercontinental missiles. Do you agree, sir? And I'd like to follow up, if I may.
No, Sam, I don't agree, because you must remember, of course, that ever since the communists took over Russia in 1957, they have been known as very difficult negotiators. They're prone to saying one thing and doing another in much the same fashion as my terrorism policy. Now, with regard to SDI, let me say this. The world is like Snow White, and nuclear weapons are like the poisonous apple which she eats. Now, SDI is nothing more than the prince's lips, which cure Snow White, or in this case the world, and let her or it live happily ever after. Now, I don't think I can put it much better than that.
Mr. President,
Sam.
Have you given any thought to where you'll take Secretary Gorbachev when he visits the U.S.?
Well, Sam, I thought it might be kind of nice to take the General Secretary to a convenience store, a Wawa or 7-Eleven or something of that sort, where he could see how the American consumer, any hour of the day or night, has available to him microwave foodstuffs, ice cream, chips, pretzels, dip, candy, condiments, dairy products, and freshly made hoagies.
Mr. President,
Yes.
Could you please describe the situation in the Persian Gulf?
Yes, what you have there is a body of water surrounded by countries such as Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Belgium, and so forth.
Mr. President, if I could just get...
Yes.
Mr. President, will President Arias' winning of the Nobel Peace Prize have any effect on your support of the Contras in Nicaragua?
Well, no one briefed me on that, so I have no thoughts whatsoever, except to say that communism is always bad and capitalism is always good.
Mr. President.
Yes.
Isn't the defeat of your Supreme Court nominee a clear signal that the majority of the American people are not in favor of your so-called social agenda? And in light of that fact, isn't it a mistake to nominate Douglas Ginsburg?
No, and I'm glad you asked me that, because let's think back a little, shall we? In 1980, I won the election carrying, I believe, 41 or so states. In 1984, I won, I believe, 52. Now that to me seems like a clear mandate from the American people. And no president since, I'm trying to think of his name here, George Washington. No president since George Washington has felt that he couldn't nominate any nominee he felt he could to the Supreme Court, no matter how reactionary, radical, conservative. And let me say this, with relation to my next nominee, it amazes me how a radical minority can oppose a man such as Allen Ginsberg, a man thought widely of by people in the business, academic, and jurisprudential communities, and whose epic poem, Howl, crystallized the longings of an entire generation. So,
Mr. President,
yes.
Mr. President, what progress has your AIDS Commission made in constructing a program to combat the spread of this disease?
Well, as you say, we have a commission there, and they're meeting and finding things out and so forth. For instance, this disease apparently can kill people, and we are going to do everything in our power to find a cure without spending an inordinate amount of money. But now, let me add this too. What might be needed here is a little bit of old-fashioned biblical morality, where you had chastity, fidelity, beheadings, stonings, maimings, and so forth.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Yes.
Mr. President,
one more question.
Mr. President, would you buy stocks today, sir?
No, what are you, crazy, Bill, or something?
Mr. President,
one more question.
Mr. President, will you support Vice President Bush in the primaries?
Yes, if all the other candidates should die in a plane crash.
Mr. President, one more. Would you agree to limited affirmative action?
If it's limited to picking cotton and the shining shoes and so forth, I...
Mr. President, I'd like to get...
Will we have more major arms control agreements?
Well, we may, if I decide to go that way, but to tell you the truth, I may just want to push a few buttons and take my chances there.
Mr. President, how about the budget?
All I want to know is would you push those buttons,
Mr.
sir?
President,
Because
One, two, three.
Also appearing, Scott Weatherhold and Mike Sodal as the Nuns.